Scorpio, my darlings, welcome into your monthly reading. My name is Millie. This is the Ghost Bride Tarot. We are going to jump straight into it today. So we're going to run through some channel messages that I've got for you guys, and then we will jump straight into your tarot. I'm not going to do a set spread for the tarot today. We're just going to flow with the energy and see what Spirit wants to bring through. They're actually asking me to use some oracle in connection with your tarot messages, which they've not asked me to do before. And look what's just fallen out, the storyteller, which is one of your most prominent messages here. Okay, so we're off to a beautiful start here. The number 17 might be important for you guys this month. And I'm also picking up on the star card energy coming through as well with that. So we're getting straight into it, my darlings. Some of the things that are going to be crossing your path this month that are just going to be like nice little signals for you that you're on the right track, yeah? We're going to run through these little random things and then we'll get into the more serious messages. So we've got cupcakes, motorbikes, Barbie dream house, something about pink clothing. I was hearing stuff around cheerleaders. Then I was also getting stuff around Transformers, as in the Transformers movie. Something around a hamster or like a small, Spirit saying a rodent-like pet. Okay, put that energy where it fits. And then stuff around frogs and salamanders coming through for you guys. Yeah, there is this big transformative piece coming through the collective, but in your energy, it feels like there's some kind of like restriction. Okay, so we're going to dive into your energy. There is something here that you either want to say or want to share or want to express, and you're feeling stifled in some way. Okay, so we're definitely going to look into that. The Close Encounters card has also come out. So I do feel like there's going to be a lot of butterflies around you this month. That's a really good sign from Spirit that your team is there supporting you and like guiding you through this energy. There is a lot of stuff coming through around feeling like shadow banned or restricted. You may actually be shadow banned or restricted on like socials or something like that. This could also just be this could be in regards to like your community. Yeah, this may not be something that's online. This could be something like within your family or your peer group or something like that, where you're feeling like you can't express what it is that you need to say. And it's very much something that's Spirit saying being told. There's something you need to tell someone. Okay, I was getting a lot of stuff about being silenced by fearful individuals, yeah, and put that energy where it fits for you, but there is this really strong energy in the collective of like breaking free of any like cages that we or others have placed around ourselves and any type of restriction that may be preventing us from like Spirit saying spreading your wings and flying. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of butterfly analogies coming through the readings around like people seem to have emerged from the cocoon, yes, but they're still in the process of like unfurling these new wings. Spirit's showing me a lunar moth now. Okay, beautiful. And Spirit's actually bringing through, I got this in another sign and I don't know who it was, I'm sorry, something around ink stains or paint stains on your hands, yeah? So there is maybe like, maybe you've been caught red-handed or like there's something that you've done. That is actually kind of the energy that's coming through here with that storyteller piece of like you've got to tell someone something. All right, so we will check into that in your tarot spread. But what I'm getting here, the biggest thing that's coming through your energy is there's something around your private life. There's something intimate. There's something secretive, maybe even like something that you've held on to for quite a while that you're now ready to share in some way, or you want to share, or you have a desire to share in some way. There is something about like having an inability to share for whatever reason. So maybe that's like backlash, maybe that's fear, maybe that's Spirit saying like interference from negative influences that are placed on your path as a test. It's a test. Are you going to falter or are you going to proceed forward? There is this really strong message around like forge, don't follow. I believe that is the title of one of the last Capricorn readings. If that resonates with you, maybe check that message out. What I'm getting with you guys is that there's a lot to do. There's a lot on your plate, and it feels like it's personal stuff, and there's this drive and desire behind it that's very much pushing you to do something that potentially could be scary, or could be like something that maybe you've attempted before and it didn't go down very well. Yeah, there is something here around like feeling restricted. That is actually the biggest thing that I'm getting. All right, so moving through the rest of your channel messages, I've been getting this really strong message around like bad boys and pinstripe suits. I'm seeing cigars now. I'm also hearing something about pool party, and it's giving me like maybe even like a costume party for some of you. I was also getting a lot of stuff around like 70s music and 70s vibes, and then I was specifically getting the band The Police and the Village People, and also ABBA. So put that energy where that fits for you guys. Some of you guys might be having some kind of digestive thing at the moment, or like a belly issue at the moment. So Spirit's saying like drinking a shit ton of water is going to be the best thing for you to do in regards to whatever that is, like really cleansing out your vessel. And something around like Spirit's saying the importance of water at this point. And Spirit's actually showing me rainbows now as well. So it does actually feel like maybe you guys are in this like cleansing period. Maybe there's been like some stormy energy around you, and now you're starting to see the rainbows. Yeah, and that like water being of significance. Without that water, there is no rainbow. So there is something around that. Something about your memory is highlighted this month. And then something around titles as well. Like I'm specifically getting like the something. So maybe you're like trying to title, you know, as like, for example, my channel here is the Ghost Bride Tarot. Yeah. No, it's not. It's actually just Ghost Bride Tarot, but it could have been that. Yeah. So there's the title is coming in, and I don't really understand why, but it was really specific about like the title coming through. Okay. And then this card here, feeling the weight of the world. Yeah. There is something here around like, you're now feeling like you have an ability to hold this. Like, I'm not saying you be fearful. This woman's holding it in just one hand. There is something here around see, and it's 13. It's the transformation card. It's the death card energy. You are absolutely cycling through something here. I'm now looking at that Transformers piece in a completely different light. Yeah, I'm with that connection. It's right next to the frog message. With that, I'm actually seeing that transformation from like tadpole into fully fledged like frog that can then walk between two worlds. Okay, beautiful. This is nice. This is really nice energy for you guys. If you guys are feeling stuck and restricted, there is this really big reminder to you that any restrictions that you allow to become your truth or allow to become boundaries, there's something in that power that you've got and that definition of like where you're going to draw those lines. Yeah. So something about like reassessing that. It's almost like you've, I don't want to say given your power away, but allowed outside forces or external forces to prevent you from moving forward in the way that you would like to move forward. All right. One of the other strong messages that we got for you guys was something about a glass house. Yeah. And I keep getting it. And like I keep getting stuff around like Glasshouse Mountains, which is a place in Australia. So there's something around like a glass house, and put that energy where it fits. But I am hearing Wednesday Addams where she says something about like girls who live in glass houses should throw bigger stones or something like that. Yeah. All right. Something here around having the same dream as somebody else. So that could be, you know, a positive or a negative. The way that this is coming through is like, it's surprising to you. It may be even intriguing, or like you could have actually, like my dreammate, my housemate and I have the same dream all the time, and it's super weird. Yeah, so there's this like bewilderment that perhaps comes through with that. Something as well around like some kind of application that you've put in, whether it's a job or a financial or like whatever it is, something that you've asked for, Spirit saying you will receive, and there is some kind of success and like Spirit saying applause that accompanies that. All right, my darlings, was there anything else? Oh, yeah, so Spirit's saying as well, right, because I was running out of room on the page here. The last message is for you. Congratulations on following your intuition. Something about a reward ceremony and the end of stagnancy or a promotion. Yeah, so again, that could have been if you haven't applied for a position, maybe you've been offered a position. Spirit saying they're bringing me back again to that. There's some kind of exchange that's happening here. And there's something that you want to give or contribute or say or do, and it does feel like it's connected to that. Congratulations. All right, my darlings. All right, Spirit's telling me to leave these cards out. I'm gonna move back a smidge so you guys can see. How's that? All right, so they're telling me to leave these cards out. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to pull one card from the Enchanted Map and see what energy wants to come through for you guys, and then we'll get into your tarot portion. So Spirit's saying as well, like, you've got to roll the dice in this cycle. You've got to take a chance, and it's taking a chance on yourself. There's something around, like, Spirit's saying you've got the key. You might be finding a lot of feathers at this point in time. There is something about like this storyteller piece. Yeah, it's really, really calling to me, and particularly the ink pot here. Maybe you're like writing something up before you want to present it. Maybe you've actually come really close to doing this before. That's actually how this is coming through. Like, you've not actually done this, but you've come very, very close, is what Spirit's saying. And perhaps back then you didn't feel that you had the capability to hold it. And now, for some reason, you do. Show me what I need to see for my darling Scorpios here, please, Spirit. All right, loves. Let's have a look. Yeah, so Spirit's saying you're going over the details, and we got this, the magical shapeshifter in another one of my collective readings, which I will actually put into the description box because Spirit's saying that one's for you guys as well. Right, so you're seeking some kind of clarity at this point in time, and I think it may be, look, here's the frog. The frogs come up in your reading. See that little froggy there? Transformation, baby. What are they looking at here? What is this in regards to, Spirit? See, and there's a little rodent-like pet. How good's that? It's got a little party hat on. There is something here around celebration. You may be celebrating some kind of clarity that you've just received. You may be celebrating some kind of, Spirit saying it's a completion. It's a passage through time. A passage through time. There was a lot of stuff coming through around memory in your reading. Oh my gosh. And look at this, right? You guys, I didn't say it. You also got wings. Can you see that by my pointy finger there? Yeah. You got wings, and look. There's fucking wings on this. Okay. I'm really enjoying using the Oracle at the moment, and it's not been something that I've done before. I generally will just stick to the tarot, and the Oracle has really been speaking to me in a way that it's kind of blown my mind in the way that the messages just match up so well. It's so cool. What Spirit's saying to me here, particularly with this flying unicorn here, is that there is something here it's feeling connected to like the carnival, yeah? So it feels like maybe you feel like you've been on a merry-go-round, or maybe there's been like some kind of like theatrics around this, or even like things being blown out of proportion, or like something comical about it. And I'm not trying to make light of this, but this is how Spirit's kind of bringing it through. Like, there's something that's a little bit like not so serious here is how Spirit's presenting it to me. All right. I'm excited to get into your tarot and see what's happening here, because this is a super intense energy and it feels like, yeah, there's smoke and mirrors at play. There's illusions at play here. It does feel like you're thinking things are far worse than what they are. You may be like spiraling again with that merry-go-round message coming through, but there's something in this that's a gift for you. There's something that's going to be like Spirit saying a piece of cake. I was saying a piece of cake with this cup of tea. Like there is something around this that you've either worked yourself up into thinking is like going to be really hard or really difficult, or could potentially have like quite a bad outcome. What I'm seeing here is like there is an element of healing that has to happen here. Yeah, there is an element of healing your heart that has to happen through this expression. Yeah, whatever it is that you've got to say or got to do, it's something that is pulling at you, like it's a need. It's not just a desire. There is something within you that needs for this to happen. And you've got ears wide open. Maybe it will be received far better than what you think. Let's move into your tarot portion, darlings. All right, Spirit. Okay, they just want me... I want to use the light seers, but they're saying to use the traditional, okay? I did want to use the light seers, but look at what you've got. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Cups. Okay, let's move into this energy for my darling Scorpio. Some of you are not happy at the moment. Yeah, I'm seeing the Five of Cups here with the Justice card. There is some kind of Spirit saying rectification of the past. It's a rectification of the past. Okay. All right. Spirit saying to me, with the clarity that you've recently gained, yeah, there's been some kind of clarity. There's been some kind of detail that either came to you or some kind of information that's slotted into place. That has brought you some kind of clarity. And what Spirit's saying to me now is that now you feel very balanced in whichever way you're going to go. Yeah, there is something around like, okay, Spirit's saying you've got very good reason to be fearful and you've got very good reason to be hopeful. Yeah, there is something about this that's delicate. There is something that's perhaps... Spirit's bringing through all these words like intriguing, new, outside the box. With the globe here in the Two of Wands, yeah, when the tarot was drawn up in the 13th or 14th century, I say 13th, whatever, they thought the earth was flat. And then here you are with this globe in your hand, like completely bringing something that's new and perhaps not accepted or perhaps not the norm. Yeah, but it is true. It is right. It is... It's heavy though. See, it is heavy. It's heavy. It's very heavy. I honestly feel like I'm not vibing with this reading at all, but I am going to continue on with it. Whatever message Spirit brought through, I've actually forgotten what they said. There was a message that they said and it's kind of bothering me because I can't bring it back through, but obviously it's not meant to come back through at this point in time. What I'm hearing here with the Justice card and the Temperance is like this is some kind of universal rebalancing that's happening, and we've seen this coming through in the collective. We've seen that there's been a timeline shift. We're seeing all of this spiritual elevation that's happening collectively, yeah, but you've got to remember this starts with each and every individual. Yeah, we only rise as a collective if we're all doing the work individually. What Spirit's saying to me here is Spirit's saying it's a restoration. And it's not just of your confidence. It's like a restoration of maybe even your ability to move forward with this. Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. The biggest thing that Spirit's giving me here is that a lot of you are still looking to the past. Yeah, a lot of you are potentially spending this point in time like really, really looking to the past, and whether that's a Spirit saying whether or not that's eliciting positive or negative emotions within you, it actually is the right thing to be doing at this time, because with this storyteller card, it's like you're retrieving things from the past, or you have to go back down a certain pathway in order to remember. And you feel very guided in this cycle as well. Although you're looking towards the past, and although there is Spirit saying retribution is at play here, there is a lot of stuff around like Spirit saying you're feeling closer to the past than you have in a long time. And it's a weird message, and I'm not really entirely sure how I feel about this reading. What I'm getting from this is that you're sorting through your emotions. You're starting to find some kind of emotional stability within whatever this is that is then allowing you the confidence to move forward. And it seems like it's a big leap. Yeah, it seems like maybe it's some crazy move that you feel that you've got to make. There is something within this that you are absolutely sure is the right decision. You are absolutely sure is the right decision for you, but there is something here that's like preventing you from moving forward, or preventing you from its emotions. There's emotions attached. See, and it feels like a fear. Honestly, it feels like there's a fear around whatever it is that you've got to say. There is a fear around, Spirit saying there's a fear around losing people through what you've got to say. That's what this is. Yeah, that's 100% what this is. And potentially you've already lost people in the past due to whatever this is. Yeah, Spirit was saying as well with that private life and the inability to share from the channeled messages, this is involving other people, and it's other people that you care about. It's other people that you are quite happy to take into consideration for whatever reason. All right, show me the advice here around whatever this is for Scorpio, because it feels like Spirit saying again, you've got the key. You've got the key to your cage. Yeah, you absolutely have the key to your cage. And it's not so much about like learning how to use the key. It's gaining the confidence to use the key. All right, I've got to say this as well. Spirit saying as well, like some of you may feel like, okay, what I'm getting is the noise that a key makes. Like when you put a key into a lock, say we're in like a cold, dark, quiet room. I don't know why we're in a cold, dark, quiet room, but we are. And there's this golden cage with these butterflies in it. And potentially like the butterflies are trying to like sneak out of the cage. Does that make... This is the fucking weirdest reading. I honestly don't know if I'm going to post this. And I say this a lot and then I always post it. But like, the fuck? All right. This could be involving like a romantic relationship for some of you. I've got to say that because this is the traditional tarot, yes, but it's the Centennial edition. So there's two extra cards, and this is one of them, and this is my romance card. Yeah, so there is something around like potentially this is connected to some kind of romance. Spirit saying some of you are thinking about returning to somebody in the past as well, and that could be potentially upsetting to other people. There is this fear of like losing people. I've got to say that. There's this fear of like, the Spirit saying disrupting the peace. Give me a moment with this energy, please, Scorpio, because it's really fucking... All right. The way that Spirit's presenting this to me is like you guys have potentially attempted this before. Yeah, it feels like this was something that you've attempted before and it went tits up and it absolutely affected. This is that other card in the deck that I was speaking about. Yeah, it absolutely affected people that were close to you. Yeah, whoever those people were, whether it was family members, co-workers, whatever the case may be, you've attempted this before. You've put some kind of work into this before and it did not go well. It did not go well to the point of like it went fucking tits up from what I can see. The way that Spirit's presented that is like you've learned this really big lesson through that experience. Yeah, you've gained some level of independence through that experience. And now you're just figuring out which way to go with it. And the way that Spirit's saying fortune favors the brave again, and that was that Cappy reading, wasn't it? Where you've got to be bold, you've got to do this. And the thing is as well, like your emotions are pushing you towards this. Like this is something that you absolutely feel needs to be said, needs to be expressed. Yeah, there is something about like Spirit saying your level of truth and integrity throughout this. I actually feel like we've had a reading like this for you guys before where you wanted to say something and there was a lot of fear and bullshit around why you weren't saying it. This time it feels so much more intimate. It feels like you are like genuinely concerned about the emotions of other people through this, and it feels like that is weighing quite heavily on you. Yeah, that is absolutely weighing quite heavily on you, but Spirit's saying like, which one's heavier? Yeah, and I think you are leaning more into one direction than the other, and it's scary from what I can see. There's definitely something that terrifies you about these, but it comes through in the way of like, Spirit's saying there's no ifs or buts, you've got to do it. You've got to do this. There is something about this that you've got to do, and I would very much say like, don't forget that you are supported by the universe here with the Justice card and the Temperance card coming into play. This is divine intervention in a way that rebalances things, recalibrates things at a quantum level. Yeah, it's not like we're all energetic beings, and this is a frequency that you're aligning yourself with, and this is something that comes from truth. Yeah, there's something about the frequency of truth. I'm hearing Veritas, something about Latin could be important for you guys at this point in time. Show me what I need to say here for my darling Scorpios, because it is starting to make sense now. It's definitely starting to make sense why you've got so much fear around whatever this is, because it is it's something big that you've got to, like, it's fucking huge. Whatever it is, it's big. It's not something small. And you may be presenting it to someone from your past as well. Or, yeah, Spirit's saying again, like, energy is fluid. Change and reverse the roles as you see fit. What I'm saying here is it's something that you've got to say or do. It does pertain to the past in some way. It does pertain to people that you very much care about in some way. You may even be offering this to someone from your past. Yeah, and there is a fear around. It's the size of it, it's the magnitude is what I'm hearing. It's gonna go well though, and it's almost like you're not allowing yourself to believe that it's gonna go well. There is consideration from the past. There is heaviness from the past that's coming through, where Spirit's saying to me, like, they're actually showing me the 10 of Wands. Yeah, so this could potentially have been something that you've carried for such a long time that it is now really starting to weigh on you. And it feels like you make one little action, one bold move, say the thing that you need to say, and then that 10 becomes an 8, and you move forward into this Ace of Pentacles, man. This Ace of Pentacles is big here. This is like either a gift that you're presenting to somebody else, or it is a huge gift that's coming to you in the form of relational, Spirit saying new chapters in relationships. That's then going to be like the reward for having taken this big step. Yeah, whatever this big step is, it takes a lot of courage. here, and I do see you having that courage, but I feel like maybe you need to just sit on the precipice of it for a little while. Maybe you need to sit there until it intensifies to the point where you just feel like you have no choice. Move through this with as much patience and grace as you can, but this is a destined path for you, and it's very much about whatever it is that you've got to say here. That's the key. That unlocks whatever this is. That is the key. It's connected to this ink pot. There is a connection to the ink. I'm hearing the inker now. Yep, see? What did we say? 10 of Wands energy. This is a heavy, heavy burden on you that you've carried, I would say, for maybe even years. Some of you. Oh my God. All right, so we've got, there is a delivery. There's a delivery of some form that's either going to come from you or come to you. Okay, this is going to come with a little Spirit saying it's that element of surprise. See, and this is that like theatrical piece coming through from the carnival. Like it feels like you. Show me what I need to see here with this. Give me one more. May I clarify the Tower? What's the Tower for my darling Scorpios here? What's the Tower with this Wheel of Fortune? Right, the way this is coming through. Is that this, this will have an impact, okay? There will either be people that you need to defend yourself against or stand up to, or there will be some form of upheaval surrounding this. And you're aware of this, you know this. Yeah, we've already encountered this in the fear element of not knowing what to do, etc. I'm going to go as far deep into this as I can for you guys because it looks like all of your fears are valid. However, Spirit is really urging you to push forward with this. There is something around this that other people need. Yeah, whether it's just one other person or whether it's the other people that are affected by this. Spirit's being very, very pushy here around these wands, around the actions that you're taking and this desire and need for you to rebalance the scales in some way. And it comes from a truth. It comes from something that you are saying. It's something that you are telling to somebody. Again, reverse the roles as you see fit. It feels like this could be something that is potentially like witnessed by a lot of people. Maybe you've got like a large following. Maybe there's something here around like, because the way that Spirit's presenting it to me is like things definitely didn't go the way that you thought they would in the past, but with that you've gained so much life experience and lessons that now you're well equipped. It's like now you know what not to do in order for this to be successful. Okay, so like there is going to be some form of upset. All right, there'll absolutely be some form of upset. So I don't want to discredit that. I don't want you guys to like freak out about the repercussions, shall we say, or the consequences or other people's reactions around this. Yeah, because what Spirit's saying to me is like you can only control you and you're only responsible for your actions. Yeah, with this, I see you taking you due care to not make actions that are going to be detrimental or upsetting to other people, but there is something here around like there's a clash Spirit saying maybe like a conflict of interest for some of you. All right. All right, I keep hearing dream result. That's what I'm hearing. With this Magician and the Page of Cups, I keep hearing dream result. There is something around this that's going to be a dream result, and it's confirmed with the Six of Wands. Yeah, it's definitely confirmed with the Six of Wands, but I do want to clarify this energy for you guys. I'm going to move into the Steampunk mini deck because I've only got a small table here. All right, so what I'm getting here is that potentially this could be like disruptive to relationships that you do have care and concern about, but what Spirit's saying is you actually are quite happy to like see the end of them, like to say goodbye to them. Yeah, there is something here around like you weighing up your options and deciding that this truth, this emotional truth that I've got to share has to become more. Yeah, and there is something about like putting yourself first, your needs, your desires, your life path needs to be, your path of purpose needs to be. Spirit saying you need, like, Spirit's showing me how, like, tending to your own path before you tend to anyone else's. Yeah, like if your pathway's got debris and dirt and all the rest of it, you're not going to go to your neighbours and fucking help them sweep theirs. Yeah, you're going to stick on your side of the fence and work through what you've got to work through. There is something here around like, it's the fucking truth. It is. Ace of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Four of Cups in reverse. Yeah. There's something here that you are not expecting to go in the way that it's going to go, and it's because of what happened in the past. It's because of something in the past that was potentially like disruptive to other people. It was spirits again, like they're bringing me back to this need for truth. Yeah, and like we all need truth. Yeah, and Spirit saying as well, like something about the frequency of truth and how it settles within the body once it's received. Yeah, the reception of truth, it's much easier to receive, it's easier to swallow than lies and bullshit. Yeah, so there's something around like it feels right when it settles in. Beware of smoke and mirrors at this point in time, particularly in relation to like putting people that actually aren't your people ahead of your personal priorities and things like that. All right, show me this Tower and the Seven of Wands, please, Spirit. Clarify that for me, because it is going to be like, okay, so we've got the Nine of Wands. It's a battle. Yeah, it's you and other people that you've got to battle. Yeah. Nine of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. Queen of Wands and the Emperor. Spirit saying you're prepared for war. That's what they're saying to me here with this. You are absolutely prepared to stand and fight for this, whatever this is. You are absolutely going to go into battle for this. And so you fucking should. From what I can see here, there is like this driving force behind whatever this is for you that's absolutely coming from a place of purity. It comes from a place of love. It comes from a place of, Spirit keeps saying truth. You're going to go into bat for this. You are. You're going to go into bat for this real hard, and I would suggest that you do. I would say that you're sitting prettier than what you think. I would say that there's a level of exhaustion here with this. There's a level of feeling isolated. There's a level of feeling like it's you against the world for some reason, but it's not. Spirit's saying this is very much like in defense of someone else or defense of something pertaining to someone else that's very important to you. Show me the wheel. Why have I got the wheel? Yeah, Five of Swords, Five of Wands. Give me one more on the wheel, please, Spirit. Thank you. Five of Swords, Five of Wands, Three of Swords. This truth that you've got to share. Spirit saying it's upsetting to one person in particular. it may be disruptive to a few people. There may be drama around this. There may be like chaos surrounding this. There may be like a lot of rumor. There may have been like, there's a lot of chatter around whatever this is. Yeah, whatever this is, people are fucking talking about it. You know when people love to talk. Yeah, there's this energy here around one person actually being far more upset than anyone else, and they could potentially be like the ringleader or like stirring the pot in this, and it feels like that's the person that you're going to have to stand up to. Yeah, or stand up against, or something around this that's very much telling me that what you're bringing is worthy as well. There is something around like this needs to be said, this needs to be done. There is something here that's telling me that there is no, like there's no other option for you. See, and going back to your channel messages, Spirit's bringing through now that congratulations on following your intuition. Yeah, so if you're still like here and you're intuitively picking up that this is going to have some kind of repercussion, this is going to be upsetting, this is going to cause drama or whatever the case may be. Yeah, what Spirit's saying is your intuition's gotten you this far. Why do you doubt that it can't get you through this next cycle? Yeah, there is something around like blindly following a path of truth, of clarity, of illumination, and there is something here around there's emotions that are so deeply intertwined with this whole thing that could even be potentially confusing to you in some way. Like you might still be trying to figure out your emotions through it. If you're not entirely sure of what your emotions are telling you, sit back, yeah, until you have a clear path, until you know exactly which way it is that you want to go. I would say to sit back, but Spirit's saying that you are supported by the universe here, and there's going to be some kind of dream result upon the completion of this. Whatever it is that you're doing, bringing, saying here, it is going to be well received, but not by everyone. And it's not meant to be received well by everyone. That's the piece as well. Yeah, maybe this is a disruption that needs to be brought in. Whatever this is pertaining to, it's Spirit just keeps saying like well within your right, destined path. Yeah, checking the details and having like all of the details clear and like set in your mind so that you do feel prepared as you're like going into battle for whatever this is, because it's something that you absolutely care about. Yeah, this is absolutely something that you very much care about. Your heart is invested in this. And with the Queen of Wands and that Emperor, feels like all of the actions Spirit's saying the actions that you're taking, it's about the place that they're coming from. That's what Spirit's like biggest thing here is like, where are these actions coming from? What's the purpose of this? And Spirit's saying your purpose is your path. Yeah, the path is your purpose. And as you're traversing down it, you are going to come up against things that are absolutely confronting, upsetting, disruptive, you know, but you will elevate. You will either make it to higher ground or you'll battle through it and you'll see the light of day. There is something here that's telling me that it's going to turn out far better than what you think, but that doesn't take away from the bullshit that you're going to have to get through to get there. See, in there we've got the fucking Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck again. Scorpio, my darlings, this energy is telling me that you are pretty much determined. Whether or not you're ready to make this move just yet, it feels like this is something that you know is one of your core essences, one of your core truths, one of the core pieces of your healing journey, individual to you, very sacred to you, that you are now willing to bring to somebody else. Yeah, something else. There is something that you are contributing that is going to be upsetting, confronting, disruptive, all of these things, and Spirit saying that you feel the drive, you feel the call to do it because you know that it's your destined path. And when we walk our destined path, you know, we not only serve ourselves and our own highest good, but that of the rest of the planet. Yeah, service to self and then someone else is what Spirit says, in the way of like making sure that you're tending to your own garden before you tend to that of anyone else's. All right, anything else that I need to see here? See, the Eight of Wands is like, right, Eight of Wands, Four of Wands. This is going to put you into a place of celebration. It may be that you have to lose a few players in order to find that peace, in order to find that harmony within your... It is in regards to like other people, yeah, whether it's a friend group, a work group, like family, whatever this is. It feels like there's definitely going to be some people that say, no, doesn't work for me, and you're willing to say okay and move forward. Yeah, those of you that are coming with me, let's go, and whoever's not on board, that's okay. You're welcome to stay behind, but this is where I'm going. Yeah, and Spirit is fully in support of that. So yeah, your energy was super intense, Scorpio. Yeah, if you want anything else around this, can you guys let me know in the comments? And if you don't resonate with this, can you let me know in the comments as well? Because it feels like, yeah, it just feels like a weird reading. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it. All right, I love you guys, Scorpio. I'm going to leave it there. My name is Millie. If you got this far, please hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And feel free to hit me up in the comments. Yeah, let me know how this stuff fits for you guys so that I know I'm on the right track. And then, yeah, we know that the messages are hitting for you guys. All right, I love you guys, and best of luck with whatever this is, because it is outside the box. Yeah, perhaps this is like a new world that you're stepping into, and it's one of your own creation. Yeah, so check your integrity, check your truth, and if they're all in alignment, then I would say proceed forward. Definitely proceed forward. From what I can see, there is going to be celebration around this, but it's going to be something that... Ooh, okay, Spirit said it clears out the sheep from the wolves. Yeah, you may be worried about like upsetting people or like losing people, but the way that Spirit's coming through is like anyone who doesn't get on board or back you up in this, whatever this is that's like really important to you. Yeah, it's really, really important to you. It matters to you, and it is your truth, irregardless of whether or not people like it. That's your God's honest truth. With that King of Cups and that Queen of Swords that we had in your spread, there is something around like those that don't back you in this. I would very seriously reconsider whether or not they deserve a place in your life. And I know it's hard. I do. I know it's really hard. What Spirit says to me in regards to things like this, and I know it to be true, yeah, I can speak to this from experience, is that when people walk out of your life or clear out of your life, they're making space for something more aligned. And it is painful. It is hard. But there's something around like your responsibility to do this, and it's a responsibility to self. It's not a responsibility to anyone else, but it will be beneficial to other people. And you may not believe that just yet. You may be too worried about focusing on the negative consequences, but you maybe... Spirit saying like maybe you need to really look at this from the perspective of what is the best outcome here. How could this potentially be good for others as well as me? If you're really, really getting stuck, and that seems to be like the point where you're stopping. Yeah, because I'm seeing you have like all of the drive right up until the point of actually doing it, and that one thing that's stopping you is consideration for other people. All right, my darlings, let me know how that fits. I love you guys, and I'll just give you one more Enchanted Map Oracle to close out with, shall I? Oh, okay. Spirit's saying to use the Talisman Oracle. I will just show you this because it's super cute. Yeah, this does feel like the entirety of your reading. Okay, so be gentle with yourself through that. All right. One card to close out for my Scorpios. I'm seeing Equilibrium at the bottom of the deck, I'm going to say, you guys. And I'm seeing the Chariot here. Show me for Scorpio, please, darlings. Closing message for Scorpio. Yeah, I'm like dropping the ball here, it feels. Okay, union, healing energy, growth of energy, overcome fear, banish a curse. I don't have enough room on the camera to read all of this out, so Spirit's saying divine guidance. All right, we'll read that one. if you guys want, I might do a separate video of what these ones said for you in case you were like really bummed that I didn't read them. Okay. It's best to watch out for a sign before moving forward. You are ready to enjoy the fruits of your hard work, but don't decide to embrace any one aspect of your life just yet. Wait for some more information to emerge before making that choice. This card can also mean that it's best to use your intuition to make the final call rather than your rational mind. Try to read the signs carefully and trust your instincts. Although it must be frustrating to wait, proceeding when the time is right will be much, much more rewarding. Look who's on this card. I didn't even have a proper look at it. It's a frog. All right. So the talisman power. Use this card. I'll show you the card while I talk about it. Okay. So the talisman power. Use this card when you feel at a crossroad or when you need a sign. Self-doubt can be overpowering, but waiting for the right time is necessary at this juncture. The frog stays still before getting ready to re-energize. Imagine being the frog and patiently waiting for the right moment. If waiting feels hard, try focusing your attention on all the sounds in nature the frog could be hearing. I am patient. All right, and I'll just read Banish the Curse because it does feel like you need one more message. All right. This card can symbolize unfair treatment towards you. A person who has a strong influence in your life has mistreated you or fails to see your point of view. The actions of others speak for their misalignment, not yours, and you have the power to choose how that impacts you. Your worth does not change based on other people's state of mind. The pain or misunderstandings can disappear if you decide not to internalize the negativity. Dwelling over what has been said means reliving the hurtful emotion and letting it control your actions. It's time to take a step back and allow the new positive energy to embrace you. Think of what you can learn from this experience and how that karma has your back. Talisman power. Use this card when you feel like you need extra help removing the bad energy lingering around you. Focus on the wheel towards the center. It represents the power of transformation. The swords have locked it in place and the wheel cannot move. Envision pulling each blade out and turning the wheel clockwise. The 4 snakes are untangling their bodies and are set free. The wheel is now moving and the blossom in the center can draw the nourishing energy it needs. The curse is lifted. There is something here around like those swords coming out. Maybe that's the people that are preventing this from flowing. All right, my darling Scorpios. I love yous and best of luck with whatever this is because it's a ballsy move. Yeah, it takes a lot of courage to get through what you're about to do. And I do think that you're making the right move for yourself, for, you know, the good of humanity. And also, it's particularly going to be beneficial for one other person as well. Spirit's saying like there's a lot here around like you and this one other person that you're really, really quite concerned with or taking into consideration. Then closing out, we did get the Lunar card here and we were talking about that lunar moth. So giving yourself a moment to like let your wings unfurl is coming through, yeah? All right, my darlings. Love yous. Bye.